Hey guys, V from Shark Fin Shears here. Thank you for tuning in to today's class where we're going to be doing a live haircut, bringing you tricks and tips that you can take this week and use behind the chair. I suggest taking one or two of these tricks, trying them out on a client this week, see how they work out for you. Have fun with it. We're going to have fun in today's class. And be sure to tune in every Monday or check out the YouTube channel so you can see the recordings as well. If you're in today's class, please stay tuned to the end. I want to give you a promo code that you can use on the website to shop around that'll help you out when purchasing a pair of shears. Shark Fin is dedicated to bringing education on the tools that you're going to be using behind the chair. I'll talk specifically about the shear that I use and why I like it. And I just want to let you know, again, before we get started, that Shark Fin has a shear for everybody, whether you're looking for a swivel or a non-swivel, a 5.5-inch shear up to a 7, and the different type of blending shears that we offer as well. There's something out there for everybody, and I want to make sure that you have the tool that you're comfortable with in your hand when you're working behind the chair all day. So again, stay tuned until the end. Thank you for tuning in today. And if there's anything in the future that you would like to see, hit us up on Instagram at Shark Fin Shears and let us know what you want to learn about. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to another Monday class. My name is Vinny. We are here for Shark Fin Education. Thank you guys for joining us. If you haven't been here before, typically, and we've been very fortunate up till this point to have a live model every Monday. Today I got my man Jeff coming out, so we'll get started there shortly. Just a brief overview again. If you have any information that you would like to share with us, comments, or things you would like to see in future classes, please reach out to us on IG at Shark Fin Shears or email us at education@sharkfinshears.com. We're here for you guys, so whatever you need, please let us know. So without further ado, let's get jumping in today's class. Jeff, come on down.
What's up, man? How are you?
Good, man. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, happy to do it. Glad to support in any way I can.
Oh, do you want to stand up for a second and show these guys what you're wearing?
Go Birds. Where's the camera?
Oh,
Go
dang.
Birds.
Look at that. Why are you wearing that today?
So we just won the Super Bowl. Almost cursed there. No cursing.
All right, so the Birds won. You guys are seeing this a week later, but that's what we're celebrating today. So
It's a good day to be green.
yeah, it is. Where were you at for the game last night?
Just at my house. Had some people over. I don't like watching those games out in public. You know what I mean?
You're one of those guys?
Yeah, I don't want to watch it with other strangers.
Can't do it?
Yeah, I mean, I need to be in the comfort of my own home with the company I keep.
It's bittersweet, bro. Andy Reid.
Oh, dude, we smoked them. I felt bad at one point. I felt like we're taking advantage of an old man.
Dang.
Well,
So I look a little tired. If that's why I look a little tired, that's because,
yeah.
up late.
Yep. Yeah, probably a lot of people hurting today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everyone's moving a little slower.
I didn't get to see I saw a couple pictures of Broad Street last night. It's pretty wild.
It looks pretty,
You see those?
yeah. I had a few buddies out, but I'm like, yeah, that doesn't appeal to me right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm getting old, you know. What's that?
My dad was there.
Was he down there?
Yeah.
Out on Broad?
Yeah.
All right. I am combing through Jeff's hair. How often do I see you?
Every 4 weeks.
Cool. So every 4 weeks. This is 4 weeks growing out. How long have we been?
Cutting?
Yeah.
3 years? 4 years, somewhere around there.
Cool. So I want to share a little tidbit with the crew here. You were in the barbershop I work at. Jeff, you were seeing another barber, right?
Yeah, I was seeing Ray.
And then there was a schedule conflict, right?
Yeah, his book just got too busy. You know, if you weren't on the reoccurring schedule, I think I had to cancel one time, and then that kind of kicked me out of the recurring schedule. So he recommended that I reach out to Vinny, and then Vinny got me in, and we have a recurring now for 4 years now.
Yeah.
Every single 4 weeks.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that because if you guys are out there growing your book,
again, getting started. I had some space that Jeff was able to get in on, and a couple things that happened. One, I had availability. Two, it came because my coworker had such a full book. The overflow came to me, which was really nice. At that point, I was really confident in my skills. However, I will say when I was cutting next to this gentleman, Ray, who was a senior in our shop and everything, I would get nervous anytime I would get one of his clients because he was so good at cutting hair.
Yeah,
I was like, I feel like I got to live up to his expectations and stuff. But this is kind of living proof. You know, Jeff and a few other guys, when they came over to my book, I followed through with some of the consultation tips I give you guys here, and was able to hit that target of what they wanted, and then develop the haircuts from there and everything, and the relationship, and then lo and behold, you know, locking people in and kind of building from there. So should I show them what you brought me real quick, and then we'll get started?
Yeah, give them a...
All right, so this is what I got to share this because we bring this out. So I saw Jeff right before we started. Can they can read that, Des?
Yeah,
they can see that?
I can see it.
Frank Sinatra doll. All right.
Look at that.
So you want to tell them why you brought that in?
Yeah, my wife was a big Frank fan when she was younger for some strange reason, when she was like a teenager. And going through our house, getting rid of some things I saw, and I know Vinny's a Frank guy, so I thought he would appreciate it more than the trash can would.
I do. I'm stoked. That's going at my station. Thank you very much.
Small things, you know.
It is, man. And it's just sharing with these guys again. I shared we got to give quality haircuts, customer service, and we got to build a book, and that means building relationships. So
100%, yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I was with Ray for probably 7 years. So, like, he got to know me, I got to know him. He knew my hair, my cowlick, and all that. And then, you know, so coming to a new barber was not easy for me either, but he made me feel comfortable right out of the gate. And then, you know, sitting with you every month, we were like therapists to each other.
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot.
We get into it.
It's been good for both, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So why don't you tell these guys? I'm going to start cutting the front, and I'll talk about this in a minute. You want to share with them, like, what is it? We switched up your haircut a little while ago.
That's right, yeah.
So why don't you tell them, as far as you know, like what you get done?
Before or now?
Now.
Yeah, now I think we go one on the sides, then blends it into the top a little bit longer. I used to have that hard part for probably a decade, and I got just tired of it and kind of grew out of it. And then, you know, you were down to try anything, so I think it took a few cuts to figure out what I actually wanted. And so, you know, so now we got rid of the hard part, a little bit easier to
darker
maintain.
On the side now.
Yeah, a little bit longer on the sides, a little bit shorter on top than it used to be. It used to get pretty long on top, so all that weight's gone, and it's just easier to.
Well, you
manage.
So you had this really long, combed over, flip up the front. We've taken more than half off, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
A little
Probably
bit
more
messier
than it, yeah.
of a look.
Yep.
And then do you remember what picture?
I was just gonna say, I brought in I think it was like an ad with Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
Tell me this guy does not look like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
y'all
I
are crazy if this dude doesn't like. For real, I almost wanted. That's how I wanted to bring you out.
I think
all
I
right,
still got
guys,
the photo.
we got Jake Gyllenhaal on today's class.
Damn.
Either that or Luke Hemsworth.
Whoa, all right. Well, I'll take either of the Hemsworth guys. Good, they're good looking dudes.
Well, here I'll share this with the group, everybody out there. So I truly do think like Jeff has this, you know, resemblance of Jake Gyllenhaal. So when he said, this goes back to when you said like I want to switch up.
I think you brought it up.
My haircut,
yeah.
And I said, dude, if you want to switch up your haircut, you need to look at hairstyles that Jake Gyllenhaal has had like over the years and everything.
Yeah, you're right.
And then we did. I mean, did we not go over one? Did we not go over one of those pictures?
I think I still got the photo somewhere.
I recently had another client who wanted to switch up. He's younger, but he wanted to switch up his hairstyle, and he wanted like a middle part, a little bit more flow and stuff. And it reminded me of some Leonardo DiCaprio, like when he first kind of started,
when he was young,
after Titanic and like all that stuff. If you guys are watching, don't know that stuff, you can look it up. But the whole point
Damn,
is,
how old are we?
the whole point is that if you have a hairstyle, if you have a hair type sitting in front of you, and you know of, somebody famous who has had that hairstyle, and because they're always switching up their hairstyles, and can give them a clean visual, that's one of the best ways to go. And I think for what you were looking for and your hair type and everything, Jake Gyllenhaal was the guy to look up, which was awesome.
Effortless for me. Just bring in a photo and say, hey, here.
Yeah.
And then Barbara does the rest.
Yeah, that's what you want to be able to do. So I'm top cutting, guys. If you've watched before, I've done 2 classes on starting at the top. This haircut for Jeff is pretty much all top focused. He does have a cowlick on the right side that he was sharing that we pay attention to, and then in the back, in the right side of the crown, if I go too short, that'll start to pop up like way too much. So a little adjustment back here, but I'm starting at the top. Took about 4 weeks of length off. Jeff's hair grows quick. Started in the front, started in the front, the bang over directing up, and then when I pull this down, we'll trim this to finish for the final result and everything. And just kind of work that back. Now, his hair type is he's got a nice head of hair, it's dense, and then he's got a medium texture. So not insanely thick, not thin, but he's got a nice medium texture. So I'm doing about 5 or 6 sections back on his hair to get a clean shape. Depending on the hair type and density, for top cutting, I say an average, people are going to do about 4 sections on the top, straight back. I cut wall to wall, meaning I keep my fingers wall to wall at that cutting angle, and then that helps me build a square towards the outside. And now what I'm doing is building that square from the side up. So now I'm cutting floor to ceiling. And this is all prep work for the clipper work. I got my 6 1/4 double shark fin shear. I've shared this shear with you guys before. I got a few more ordered, so they're coming. I'm super excited about that. I'll be able to kind of share a little bit more about some other shears and when to use them and why. And I also got different lengths coming. So we'll be able to go a little bit more in depth there. So for this prep work here, I'm going to turn Jeff to this side. I'm left-handed. He's going to chin up, look at me just a little bit. This is going to help my posture. This guide here, that's the hair I already cut from the top. So again, I'm going to pull the fingers so that they're in a floor to ceiling angle. And this is all just clearing hair and prep work for that clipper. I'm going tight with the clipper that I'm going to clear with. We're going to go high and tight with the clearing clipper, and that'll blend right in. And then it's kind of funny. We've been cutting your hair for 3 years. I've never done a 1 on your head. No. Or maybe when we were doing the undercut and everything. But right now we don't do a 1.
Yeah.
So let's redeem that for a second. Where do we go tight in your haircut? No, it's fine.
We go tight around the ears and the neck.
Yeah, that's it. So everything in here is like a 3. And then in the taper area, that's the only area Jeff likes to go kind of on the tighter side.
That's my bad.
No, it's just funny. That's going to happen.
I've been telling everyone I go 1 on the sides.
Yeah. No, so if you sat with another barber and told him that, dude, you would.
I would have a haircut.
Holy cow. You would. Yeah, that would not be great.
That's why I'm in the chair and I'm not teaching.
Right. All right, so we're going to go around the crown. My fingers are going to drop so that the fingertips are on the back. And if you know your head shape and your bones back here, we're going to rest them on more or closer to the occipital bone. That's because the hair or the crown drops lower than the parietals. So I'm going to follow that shape with the clipper, and I want my scissor work to match that. The advantage to starting at the top and then working your way down, it gives you a very clear stopping point. So right here is where the blend has to happen. Okay, so I can take my clipper close up to that and then finish it scissor over comb. Or we can blend the clipper right into that scissor work, whatever you're comfortable with. At this point where I'm at, I like to try to blend that clipper work into my scissor work as much as possible. So we elevated the bang to start. Everything down here is just kind of just ends that we don't really need for the haircut, but we'll cut that on the forehead so that we keep the length. If we cut this too short, then when I go to pick up the hair, that the front part of the bang is going to be a lot shorter than the inside. All right. So that's the top. We like to flip this up, kind of wear that a little bit messy. Can we see that in the picture? Yep. Awesome. All right. So that's the scissor work. Let's move into the clippers and then we will blend it. All right. Can you mute my mic while I use the blow dry? Or no?
No.
Okay. You guys can turn down the volume for a second. I want you to pay attention to where that crown is and where his hair naturally wants to lay. I want to blow dry it like that, and I want to cut the hair where it's naturally going to lay. One thing I tell my students, is that burning your scalp? You okay?
No, not at all.
Oh, good. Okay. You know you can tell me if that's...
No, I would never tell you.
Okay. I wouldn't change it either, so... You'll be all right, kid.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll be okay. No, here's a good point. So 2 good points. Starting out, if you're first blow drying or if you're concerned about pressure, clipper pressure or anything, put it out there. Hey, ask your client, is this comfortable? You feel okay? Blah, blah, blah. Am I pushing too hard? You need as much feedback in the beginning as possible, okay? The other thing is, that was literally a typical conversation. If you have a man in your chair uncomfortable, most likely they're not going to say anything. So put it out there. Give the open invitation of, we talk about this in the consultation or at the end with the haircut. Hey, is there anything you would change? Do you like this? This is what we said we were going to do. Open the door to get feedback, okay? If you're just starting out like cutting or you're trying to get better with clippers, you've been cutting for years, but now you're starting to work with clippers, ask your client to give you feedback, all right? All right, here's the 3.5.
That's a 1.
Not a 1, okay?
I know what I know.
That's fine. It happens. Be on the ready. All right. Des, can you punch in for a second right here? And then I want them to see this. This is kind of one of the biggest parts of the lesson. All right. Can we see this hair here?
Yep.
Okay. Look at where it's coming from. Can we see this? Okay, so it's coming from the top and it's laying down into the parietal, blending into the side. That's where the connection point is.
Can you do it one more time? Yes, that's good.
Okay, so the hair is coming from the top parietal area, laying down into the side, and that's where our blending point is going to be. So I'm just pointing that out because some people are like, I don't know how high to go, I don't know when to stop. All right, we started on the top. It's already cut. That's the hair we're blending into. So the clipper work, or however you're going to blend, it has to go up that high. So we're going to stop just short of that, and we'll finish with shear over comb. And we'll just work this around the head. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so you got a trip to Vegas.
Yeah.
How long are you going for work?
Tomorrow morning to Friday night. So
Gotcha.
longer than I want to be out there for, but what are you gonna do? I haven't been out there in a long time.
Tomorrow morning to Friday night.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
Then my wife's going to Peru today, actually.
She's going to Peru?
Yeah, go see her family.
Yeah. Dang. How long is she going for?
Till next Sunday, I think. Monday.
That seems like a short trip.
Yeah, for Peru, it's a little short, for sure.
Holy cow. She's going to be on the plane longer than she's going to be.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
We usually,
All right.
when we do go to Peru, we usually go for like 2 weeks just to make the flight worth it.
Yeah.
But we usually take a red eye home, so we just sleep on the plane, but still longer than you want to go out for.
Wow. Are you going out again soon?
No, I haven't been in a while, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to plan a trip to get back out there.
Gotcha.
I was supposed to go to Mexico next week, but one of the couple that we were going to go with, the guy had a leg clot, a blood clot in his leg.
Yeah, you can't fly.
Yeah, so he can't fly. So we canceled that. Yeah, bizarre.
All right. In haircuts, let's talk about this real quick. There's an ebb and flow to the speed of the haircut. So once I had this set, as I'm approaching, I'm kind of slowing down to get that blend that I want. Everything from there down, the hair's coming off. So going from hairline up in a consistent motion, and then every time I move to a next section, I'm gonna overlap with the clipper blade. So that'll help you guys pick up some speed. There's times where you gotta kind of take time and pick it up. All right. We're gonna go a little tighter in the taper area for Jeff. So I'm gonna show you a little trick. I'm gonna hold the clipper flat flat to cut it to the length I want, and then as I move closer to the blend, and I've shared with this before, the top of the ear to about the corner, then I'm gonna start to rotate the clipper handle back end up, which is gonna bring the cutting blade away from the hair, and it's gonna kind of do a natural blend. Cool. Go a little further, we can see how dark it is here. It gets light and then it gets dark again. That's typical for men. That's why we always want to taper this area out. So let's show this again. Is this a good, can you see this good, Des? All right. Yeah, let me know. So flat here, the angle to match the area, and then I'm just gonna start raising that end of the clipper up, and then we're gonna flick out as we get to the top of that area. sweet. Yo, that actually worked.
That's a 1, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's what I could tell you. Hey, man, if you ever go to another barber, just tell them you get a 1.
Just lie to them.
And then they come back. Yo, man, they butchered me. I'm not going anywhere else but you. Yeah.
No, never, dude.
Yo, man, they butchered me.
Was he a new barber?
That's hilarious. All right, outlining is another area you can kind of pick up the speed. If you're just getting into clipper cutting, or you're a student and looking to get better, one of the things that I teach at the school is to have a kickstand. So I take my middle finger here, I touch down on the skin. That's stability, and it also lets your client know that you're about to cut. So it kind of helps both parties. Don't want a client moving while you're doing the outline. That's never fun. Then it turns into a skin fade. So I'm gonna do a little pickup right behind the ear here. Angle the clipper out hard just to get some of that overhang. Cool. I'm gonna leave that for now. We're gonna taper out the back. I keep Jeff, his outline very, very natural. He's got a very strong outline, strong beard. I have made this mistake with him before. I don't know if he's ever noticed. He's never complained about it. But I've pushed his hairline in too far. And then because his hair specifically grows back so fast, in like 3 days, it just doesn't look as fresh. So
I'm learning a lot about myself today.
yeah. Yep. Again, so kickstand, I got the ear bent out of the way. My kickstand is on my pointer finger. This helps give me a nice rotation as well. I'm sure someone smarter than me can kind of tell me what that is. I think it's called a focal point. Is that correct, Des? You know, to have 2 points on an axis and you're turning. Huh? A fulcrum. Yep, there you go. Good thing we don't need to know that as barbers. All you need to know is we're just getting some leverage here for stability. Okay, the mechanical advantage increases the further you are away from the fulcrum.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the lever arm.
The lever arm. So if I'm close, I'm getting what? Tight movement?
Yeah.
And then the further away, I'm getting bigger. Thanks, bro. Why are you behind a camera, dude? You should, should probably get a more important job. Nah, I've shared it with everybody before. If it wasn't for Dez, I wouldn't be here. So, right?
Bring him back up. Throw him down. Throw him on the bus just to make him feel better.
Love this. Okay, so kind of a typical hairline. Don't do that. Yeah, there you go. All right, shallow here. We got dark over here, a little dark over here, and then really dark up around the ears. So we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna clear again. We did the 3. So let's clear with a 2. We want to get as much consistency back here as possible. Turn just a little bit for me, thanks. All right, so we're just looking for that consistency. You see how this is just, we lighten that up compared to this side over here. So that's what we want to start with. So now we're doing some illusion work, guys. Because of the how Jeff's hair grows and the density. try and make this look a little bit more consistent. Some people would use like a lever clipper here. That's fine. The point is we did a 3 in here. We had darker areas, so we're going to work our way down with the clippers to make that look more consistent. That's the whole point. So don't have to get lost in what clippers we're using, more so than just the principle. I didn't think I was going to use this tool, so pivot. One second, guys. All right. Now for the full taper, I'm going to move into the lever. This is a 1.5. So I kind of want to share this because I thought this was kind of cool. So, you know, Jeff brought me this Frank Sinatra doll. It's pretty cool. This weekend, on my Instagram story, I put like a post that like being a barber has its perks. So I went to an NHL game this weekend. My client gave me 2 tickets as a Christmas gift for my wife and I to go.
That's cool.
I'm in the chair talking to one of my clients that I'm going to the game. And he's like, oh man, that's cool. I know the mascot's bodyguard. Do you want to go take a picture with the mascot? So I went to the Flyers game.
He's got a bodyguard?
Yeah, Gritty has 2 bodyguards.
Makes sense, okay.
Yeah. So Gritty has 2 bodyguards. So I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. So we go to the game. The tickets are like awesome. At the beginning of the third, he tells me to go to a certain section where like Gritty hangs out. And he said, tell the security guard at the top of the stairs to ask for Charlie. I'm like, all right. So guys, we have an open no guard here, foil or the outliner will, and then we'll go back in with the, I'm going to clear with the 1 now. So yeah, we go up and I went up early and the guy's like, oh yeah, you gotta come back and wait in line. And I was like, oh, so this is just kind of more like
general
just a wait in line, general kind of thing. So we go back up, there's people in line, and I asked the security guard again, and the guy's like, oh no, like I don't know. Like if Gritty wants to take a picture with you, he'll take a picture with you, but he's just kind of doing his thing right now. So he was like in the crowd, like doing what mascots do. And there's this group of people in front of me, and I'm like, they're like, yeah, we're in line for a picture, blah, blah, blah. And the security guard finally told the bouncer or whatever, and he's like, yeah, these guys want to take a picture. So he comes over to me, and I was like, oh, is your name Charlie? He's like, yeah. I said, oh, I'm Rich's buddy. And the people in front of me go, oh, this is Rich's buddy, blah, blah, blah. So he goes, yeah, man, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Just give me a second. So I go, okay, dude, a minute later, he's sitting there and he goes, like waves me over. And I just go past the people in front of me. And I'm like, sorry, y'all.
Damn, Rich's buddy.
Yeah, so.
Just butting in front of everybody.
Yep. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, Rich's buddy. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and they were cool about it. They're like, nah, we get it, whatever. Like,
pays to know people.
It is what it is.
Oh, this is Richard's buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty comical.
VIP pass to see Gritty.
It was, dude, but I'm just saying, like, those are sometimes the perks.
Yeah.
Of just knowing people. So.
This for the Flyers?
Yeah, this was for the Flyers. So.
This is pretty cool. A couple years ago, I had the opportunity to be a second tier for the Flyers alumni golf team.
Okay.
So I was shooting all these golf teams with all these old Flyers players from like the 1950s until like the 2010s also. And they live in this beautiful country club. They all came with like these cars and all that stuff, and it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's sweet. Pays to know, man. Yeah, every once in a while you get lucky like that, you know. All right, so little point cutting here with the clipper just to break up some of this darkness up top. Remember, this is kind of part of the way that Jeff's hair grows. So you got to know the difference between like the hair growth and like a line and how to attack it. If it was just a straight line, we would just kind of go in with like a clipper guard to get it out. But because it's the way Jeff's hair grows, then I'm using kind of a different technique. So, all right, let's go in with some scissor over comb, finish this out, and hopefully Jeff likes his haircut again. This is where you say, dude, I love it.
Man.
I never
I've never had a bad haircut.
Never had a bad haircut. This is why I paid you.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Remember?
I forgot my line.
This is where you come in.
Look at that.
I can do some editing post.
Oh, yeah.
Throw in post.
Yeah, we take Jeff's voice.
I'll do some
he's not
voiceover.
saying anything. And it's like, this is the best haircut.
It's a Chinese movie.
Love it. All right. So let's pay attention to what we're doing. The bottom's been cut, or the side. The top's been cut. That was the hair I was telling you got to blend into. So I'm going to remove that top area to get it out of my way to pay attention. Here's the transition. So we're going to go in. We're going to go in shear over comb. I got a guide from the bottom. Let's use an orange comb so maybe you guys can see it. Go Flyers.
Go gritty.
Go gritty. So here's what you got to know about your tool. The comb flat against the head is the equivalent to the length of a 1.5 clipper guard. All right. I went up and off the head with a 3.5, which means if I press hard enough, I can cut shorter. So I got to find the right pressure to get the comb, to get the hair in the comb. That's my guide. Once that's flush, I know anything that starts to sit in the comb as I go up can be cut. And then I'm going to move up and off the head at that angle for this blend. So find the guide by finding the right distance, pulling the comb off the head, and then anything that hits inside the comb can be cut to remove length to start this blending. Des, can we see good at the angle that I'm cutting at and stuff?
I don't know exactly what you're trying to show right now.
Did you follow along to what I was just saying?
Yeah, you said
Right here. Right here. Can you see this?
I can see it, but I don't know if you're trying to show the side. You can
No.
see it clearly.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm using the wider side of the comb just to clear out length. We're doing good, Des. We're getting better. One day at a time, brother. You know? Ooh, wow. That's nice. Okay, so we're going with the wider side to clear hair, and then any fine tuning, we can go in with the tighter side. I'm using a smaller area of my shear, or the tip of the shear. And I'm moving in rhythm, the comb and the shear in rhythm together. Now I have two guides. I got a guide from the 3.5, and I have a guide coming from the left. And I've shared this before as well. At this point, it's about what you keep on the head, because we're in the transition area. Remember, we're dropping down lower for the crown. We need a little bit more room. Jeff's hair in the crown area, if it's cut too short, it really pops. He's told me that, and I think we did learn from a mistake one time, correct?
Yeah, it popped. But it only pops for a few days and then it's fine. But
Yeah.
lesson learned.
Lesson learned. So we just try to find that balance. And if we don't, we just, put a ton of product in there.
Yeah.
Nah, just kidding.
Put cement on his head.
Yeah. Hey, whatever gets it down.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Never cool, man. It's funny.
All right. So we're going to continue to go all the way around the head with this. So now I can move faster and with confidence because I took the time on that left side to get the guide exactly where I wanted it. And you can see, hope you guys are paying attention to how I'm using the comb. Small segment, and then I have a guide here. I got a guide on this side. I got hair sticking out in the middle. That's how I know what I'm connecting, and that's how I know what I'm cutting. Guys, just let me know. Yep, cool. Can you see in this area?
Yeah, bring him a little bit closer to the camera. He's stepping straight out of focus.
Bring him closer to the
Yeah,
camera?
just turn the chair towards the camera a little bit more.
How's that?
I think the camera's trying to take you over.
Hungry. Well, what if you pan out?
Yes. Yeah, you can get my that side. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. We're not focused now.
Damn, that's what I look like.
In HD, bro. Yeah, you look like Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's actually 4K.
Come on, man. Come on.
It's actually 4K. Nah, I love it. I love it, bro.
He gave me a speaking limit. He can only say a few words.
Yeah, and you're
Way
not,
over.
and you're just violating it, just left and right.
I'm misbehaving because his ear.
It's my fault.
Yeah, and I can't yell right now.
It's on me, dude.
Just like my kids. They know. They know. You can't yell at me. We're in public. All right. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, so we're cutting up against the white background. We can see this the shape here, shape here, shape here. Love it. We got something sticking out on this side. So this is when I would use my mirror. This is typically why I will cut, why I wear white when I'm cutting for you guys. You can see everything.
Huh.
So when I have a client sitting in the chair and I turn them in the mirror and their hair is dark and I have the white jacket on, I can clearly see the shape that we just built.
Damn, I'm getting taught a few things here.
Yeah. It's good.
I always thought my hair grew fast, but to hear you say it,
Your hair grows very fast.
well, then we gotta go to every 3 weeks then.
That's fine.
Damn.
So also with Jeff's hair texture, it being straight, it's going to show all my scissor lines. So we can go in and we can point cut those out. It's a little bit of length. We can point cut those out, or I'm going to come in with my 40s and we're just going to stay on the ends of the hair and just break up that straight line. So if you have somebody with fine hair or really straight hair, don't be afraid of the scissor marks that you're going to get. So I can clearly see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost like 5.5 sections. So I'm going to be able to break that up. So again, cutting with the straight blade on top, the straight shear. Now we're just going to go in and break that all up. If we want to add texture, we're going to have to do that separately. I think Jeff has nice natural texture to his hair when it's short, so we're good. Run your hands through the front there.
Yeah,
Does that feel, like
feels good.
like what we normally do?
Perfect. Amazing.
Oh,
Cut.
yo, you know what's funny? I'll share this too. This is good and bad. You know what the best and worst thing a client can say to you?
That's nice, dude. What?
The last haircut was perfect. Do it just like that.
I've told you that a few times too.
Yeah.
Because we've walked out of sessions where I'm like, yo, you did something there, man. I don't know what you did, but.
So the standard haircut is always good. And then every once in a while, you ate your Wheaties, the stars are aligning and all that stuff, and you just give that perfect haircut. But the whole goal is to just be as consistent as possible. But yeah, that's always funny, man.
I haven't walked out of a haircut ever and been like, oh, shit. So.
Well, that's all we need, man. That's all we need, right?
Always feeling good coming out.
Good. Well, I think you're ready for Vegas.
Yeah, that's perfect timing.
Good. So, and might spend a few minutes just polishing up some stuff, but for the most part, I hope you guys enjoyed today's class. Des, if you can punch out so I'm not just a talking chin, that'd be awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it, man. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed today's class. Heavy focus on starting at the top, working from the front to back, keeping the cutting angle, wall to wall, creating a square here, creating a square here. Taking the hair off in the square from the side into the parietal gave me a point of focus on where to blend, taking the clipper up almost to that area, and then using shear over comb to blend that in. Remember, get the hair out of the way that you're not focused on. So I combed the hair that was already cut on top out of the way, and then brought down the area of transition. And we used the guide from the 3.5 clipper guard and blended that up. Use blending shears on top, just on the ends, the 40s to get rid of the scissor marks because his hair's so straight. Slight taper in the back. And don't forget about the clipper technique we used on the side where we put the clipper flat on the head, and then as we're getting into the area that we want to blend, removing the cutting blade to come up with a little cheat on how to blend hair that way. So hope you guys enjoyed today's class. Please remember, if you have any comments, you can reach out to us on Instagram, Shark Fin Shears, or email us, education@sharkfinshears.com. We're here for you guys. We appreciate all your support. Check out the website. If you want to buy an individual pair of shears, look at the Pro Line Plus, so Pro Line, and the double shark fin. Check out the Damascus, and use VP20 at checkout for a discount. All right. Thank you guys. We'll see you soon. Jeff, say bye. Say thank you.
See you guys. Thanks for having me.